Model year 18, 300RR, getting zen with my beta. Here it is, the 1 year wrap up. The beta is a year old. We rode today. West Point, Tennessee, fantastic place. Come and join Natra and come down here and ride. It's 50 degrees today. Beautiful, beautiful ride. So I thought I would quick kind of go over some of the things I did with the bike. Now that it's a year old, some of the things that I don't like, which are few, and the big question, would I buy it again? But let's see where we're at. So we'll kind of go from the front. So I'm using the Shinko Fatty 216 tire. Probably going to change to the golden tire version of this. I'm chunking knobs off of this, but I love the fat tire. Absolutely love it. Still sporting the stock front brake pads. By the way, I've got about 51 hours on the bike, so just to give you an idea. Have changed the oil in the forks. The forks have springs for my weight. I've got the just the rim tape for make it look pretty. Remember, we did when I bought it, I put the disc guard on. That's held up great, no issues there. And I've got the zip ties there. That's been great to help things not grind away on the forks. So that's worked well. Still waiting on SKF to make a mud scraper that fits the 18s. I think they have up to the 17, but that groove changed. On from there, you probably can't see it, but the old Beta bib, that little piece of plastic that I made back in there, that continues to work. Happy I did that. The carbon fiber pipe guard is held up well. I haven't really crashed this too much, but I have. I mean, it's been on the ground and that's held up well. The JD jetting kit with the power valve mod to it, and you can see I've got that power valve cranked out all the way, and that works really well. Even like that, this thing never gets crazy on me and hits like mad. Nothing ever happens. The brake snake, and you can see the wear on the clutch cover. That's all I wear, and that'll probably always look that way. Foot pegs have held up well. Maybe getting a little wear. The Chatterbees, Serbies, I'm going to say it all wrong, and you guys always correct me. I do like these frame protectors a lot, and they show wear. There's definitely wear on them once I clean the bike up, and that's good. That's doing what they're supposed to do. The cooling fan mod that I did, that I fabbed and made there, and the little mount, that has worked great when it gets hot. That's worked really good. Glad I did that. So the cover here that we put on, so that covers up the lock. Again, the forks have only had the oil changed, a new set of fork seals. I do have these covers on there. I don't know if they do anything, but they look maybe a little bit better. But just normal service. It has been a muddy year. Enduro Engineering radiator braces, probably not the strongest, but I'm happy with those. Enduro Engineering skid plate, happy with that. That's built very well. The Fastway linkage guard, happy with that. I did service all of the joints in there, all the bearings in there, and you know, keep greasing them, keep cleaning them, because they do get crappy. Those seals really don't work that great, but it's not hard to do. It's worth doing. Got the Fastway clevis there. Love that. That's held up very, very well. Very happy with that. I'm due to do a brake fluid change. That'll be part of the service here. Recent video, we fixed the little welding flaw in the muffler, and you can see there's no spoo on the inside of the airbox anymore, so I think that held, and that was just JB welded, and I got grief over doing that, but JB Weld, folks, is that epoxy, strong stuff, and it sticks well. Good way to do things. Did change the shock oil and I actually had it revalved here. MVR Motivations Racing. Mark Hilton did that. Very happy, one ride on it here now. Very, very happy with that. I did rub a little bit of my shock body. There was some mud that got caught in between the spring and the shock body, and so there's a little wear on that, but that's part of it. Rear brake disc is wearing. I'm going to put a solid one on there. Changed the rear brake pads twice. So again, we're 50 hours, and it's been a muddy year. So I think it's held up very, very well. The shark fin, not a lot of damage there yet, so it hasn't been too bad. Pipe, a little spoogey the way we like it. Remember the foam, if you can see that real well. That continues to be a good idea. That helps keep some of the trash. Lights are still working in the back. Using the Shinko cheater tire back here, love that. Both of the cheaters are great. Using primary drive aluminum sprocket, which is fine. They don't make a steel one, but for this bike, crud in there. But that's held up well. I just put a new sprocket on to extend the life. So this chain wheel set's got 45 hours on it before I change that, so I'll hope to get a lot more life out of that. So I run 1352, which works fantastic for me the way I ride. So I'm riding in the woods now in like third and fourth gear, and that gives me a couple gears up and a couple gears down to get in and out of trouble. Love that. So we also did, if you remember, we took out the thermostat, and I've got that plug in there as a video on that. That's held up great. Stock hoses, they're fine. I've never blown a hose in my life. All of my electrical joints have dielectric grease in them, so that helps with the water. The cap, remember I took out the oil injection. I got rid of that. Happy I did that because I mix. Hold on, I'm gonna pop the seat here. So up here we've got, you'll notice the carb vents moved over here. The battery shut off, so now this battery is dead. That's worked great. Stock battery. I haven't charged it, haven't touched it. It's always started. The only time I ever have an issue with this battery is when it's really cold out. It needs to be warmed up, so you kind of hit it a few times and then it'll start up and run all day long. I do use that piece of foam, this type here, this reticulated foam, down covering up the drainage hole, and that keeps any trash that does make it down there from plugging it up. And so the airbox works great. No issues there. Very happy with how that all turned out. Go through the controls here again. Got the heated grips, and I got rid of all the switch gear and went back to kind of a traditional start button, which now is dead because I just turned it off. And the kill button here. I haven't relocated this little doodad. It doesn't work anyways. I've never noticed anything. I might just take it off and kind of park it. I don't know. Like these Fastway hand guards. They're very nice. The only thing is it limits if you want to use other type of, let's say, vibration dampening devices here on your handlebars. These won't work, and they'll have to, but if you know a machinist, or if you are a machinist, go ahead and make yourself the mounts. Speedo works. A little switch down there is for the heated hand grips, which I haven't used a ton, but I've got them. Coolant, I'll flush that out, change that, that's cheap, and then we'll just flush all the coolant or the fluids out. So, so to date, I have not bought a beta part. I haven't had to replace a single beta part. Bike hasn't broke. Bike never let me down. Nothing serious is broke on there. Anything that has worn out is because I've used it. So that in and of itself is a good testament. The only problem that I've ever had with the bike, and it's not a problem, but I've been in situations on hills and it's cold outside and on hills that are super nasty, and I'll get some detonation. So that can be jetting and that can be crappy gas. I'm going to do some tests with a 50-50 race gas and non-ethanol gas. I only run non-ethanol, but who knows what the quality of that stuff is either. But that's it, and that's just a matter of keeping that temperature monitored. So it'll detonate or knock a bit, and then once you cool it down, you're okay. I run my fan at 190, and of course today it never even came on. It's 65 Fahrenheit today. So the big question is, would I buy it again? And the answer is absolutely. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. I recommend this bike to everybody. I recommend the X-Trainer to everybody. I think right now the issues, this transitional time for KTM and this fuel injection stuff that we don't need as riders. If I lived out west and I was doing huge elevation changes, yeah, I may be interested, but boy, I'd get really good at jetting before I'd want to change over to a fuel injected 2-stroke. 4 strokes, don't get me wrong, got to have fuel injection, very well proven. 2 strokes, it's just no need for it. It kind of takes the fun of a simple dirt bike out of it. Suspension works great. I am going to revalve the front forks. Mark did such a great job on the back, and it's night and day on the back. It doesn't kick you at all. I mean, but would I recommend it? Yes. I've had great support. I have bought Beta parts for other clients' bikes, and Beta ships them fast, gets them here fast. We've got some good dealers here in Tennessee. So, you know, most of the guys watching this already have Betas. We need more Betas out there. I love the arguments people give me as to why they don't switch over from orange bikes. They say, well, if I break apart, there's 10 other bikes here where I'm riding and maybe they have a part for me. Well, okay. I guess that works for you, but I don't know. I'm not a real big part breaker. Bike has been fantastic. Change the oil, maintain it, grease everything, service it just like any other dirt bike. Enjoy it. Guys, it's been my pleasure bringing these videos this year. Subscribe. I'm going to work on some more videos. We're going to talk about it a little bit more, but a year of ownership. Get out and buy your Beta. Get your friends on Betas. They are fantastic. Thanks much. Bye-bye.